Morning, Darth. Good morning, Janine. Hi, Rhonda. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Spaniel Mom. Good morning, Bob. Getting ready for another fun-filled episode of Live Stream. I can't complain. Yeah, it was a good week. Spent a lot of time learning stuff at work, and that's sort of important. Uncle Breck, huh? All right. I hear the whole group is there today. Well, I've just been learning a whole bunch about what it takes to be a lead. One of the big things that has to happen is, well, managing problems, and I've always been pretty good with that because, I have a good understanding of the technology. And so, I can go onto a line and say, oh yeah, we got a problem. This is something I can fix, or, oh, we got a problem. This is something we could get a mechanic to get involved in. Another thing is we do jobs in orders. So we have an order for a certain thing, and then we complete the order, and then we retool for another order, and that takes some time too. You have to reconfigure the machine, get it set up for the new order, get all the stuff for the old order off, and that takes work by the lead. And so I'm doing a lot of that. There's a lot of paperwork associated with making sure that everything is documented correctly, that we did everything the right way, and all the product testing was completed and all that fun stuff. And that's the kind of thing I've been learning. And then of course there's reports that have to go to management after every shift, and and I have to communicate with the next shift about what happened and what they can expect from their evening and all that. So that's the kind of stuff I'm doing. I can't go really into detail, but that is kind of a general overview of what I've been doing, what I've been learning. And like I said, I've been sort of an unofficial backup lead. Well, maybe not an official backup lead for a year and a half. So I think that's why I got to the point where, I was such a solid candidate this time because one, the boss knew who I was. He knew that I knew the job. He knew that I could get along with the people, and was on good terms with everyone involved. And that's an important thing. You got to be able to work with people and know how they're going to react and what their capabilities are. And I think that's sort of what made me the candidate of choice for this. And I think I'm doing well. I'm getting good feedback from my boss and from the other leads. So um, playing it by ear, but doing well, I think. Yeah, lots of setup. In fact, it's funny. Like I said, I've said before, we have 8 manufacturing lines, and uh, the two leads divide the department in half, where one lead is responsible for 4 of the lines, and the other lead is responsible for the other 4 lines. Well, it turns out some of the lines do smaller orders than other lines do. And the lines that I was supposed to be assigned were the ones that do the really, really long orders. And I was thinking, it'd be great if we could swap. If I could take the lines that, you know, turned more often, that we swapped orders more often, uh, because then I get more practice doing it. And it turns out the other lead mentioned the same thing about that. And so that's going to happen. I'm going to get the lines that turn more frequently, and that'll mean good experience, and I'll be able to get up to speed really quickly. I don't know if I'd call it a niche, but it's something that it's interesting enough to me that I'm interested in doing it, and I've got the ability to do it and do a good job at it. So well, no, the lines that are there now are the same lines that have been there the entire time I've worked there. Um, I was what they called a line lead for a year or so when they were actually doing that. I don't know why they stopped doing it. I thought it was a good idea, but um, I was a line lead on one of the lines that turned very infrequently. And at the end of the 6 month period I was on that line, one of the leads came up to me and says, "What is it that you think you're still weak on that you wish you knew better?" And I said, "Well, line turns." And then next thing I know, I'm on one of the lines that turns like every 18 hours or every 30, every 36 hours or something like that. So I got a lot of experience in a very short period of time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Tracy. Yeah, my mom's still in ER too for her little issue. If you've been watching the videos, I talked to her again last night. She seems to be doing better. Must be nice to have so many aunts and uncles. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's been a tough year for my mom. I think she's been in the hospital more than she's been out. Between falling and couple surgeries and stuff like that. It's been a rough year. We're hoping for a better year next year. I know I can speak for my mom that my mom loves the girls too. It was sort of that way with my mom's side of the family too. My her dad had what 11 brothers and sisters, and so that side of the family is just enormous. There's aunts and uncles and great aunts and great uncles and cousins, and yeah, it's just second cousins, third cousins. Family on that side is just massive. Compare that to my dad's side of the family. There's a few, but not a whole lot on that side. And then my parents were both just one of two siblings. Had one sibling each. My dad had a brother. My mom had a brother. Actually, my dad has a brother, and so does my mom. They're both still alive. Hmm. Clyde is upset he's not getting enough attention here. Hey, there's Eric. Or maybe it's just the kitty treats. Oops. You almost fell off the side of the chair trying to grab that one, didn't you? It's funny, he always grabs one and then he takes off as if I'm going to steal it back from him. Well, that's what I'm going for, Rhonda. So I guess this won't matter, huh? Working on a football highlight video this morning. That's, well, when you're filming all that stuff, that's the other end of it. You know that as a vlogger too. It isn't just a matter of shooting it. You got to cut it together and make it interesting. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that last part. I think in Rhonda's case, it's a funny farm. Total whack job farm. Yeah, maybe. Never a dull moment, though, I'm sure. Yeah, I read about those light fixtures, like I said, on Facebook, and it's like, oh, I want to go down and see those. I know exactly where it is, and it was pretty impressive. Like I said, I was thinking if they had a smaller light source, right in the center, it would have been more sharp shadows. Or I was thinking afterwards, if they made the globes larger, it would also increase the distance and sharpen up the image. But that's okay. It still looks pretty cool. Oh, end of the football season, huh? You're gonna have to come up with something new to video. Yeah, I did see that one. I haven't watched South Park in a while, but that was the one where the boys were all replaced by women of color, right? Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger. I can't think of many people that have done more damage to the entertainment industry than those two. You'll be filming basketball. Okay, yeah, that's right. We do kind of move from one sports season to the next, don't we? Looking for something to do since NASCAR season is over. Yeah, well, I guess he's just gonna have to spend it with a family, huh? Hockey season. There you go. Never really been into any sports enough where I'd watch them on TV. Just wasn't something that was that critical. Yeah, I guess that's a more Canadian thing too. Hockey. Somebody gives me tickets or wants to go with me to a game, I'll go. But it's and I'll enjoy it. Jordan with it for a couple years was really into the Los Angeles Clippers, and I went when he had season tickets, and I went with him on a number of occasions to see the Clippers, and I had a blast doing it. It was fun to go there. I got into the game and all that, but it's not enough where I'd sit down and okay, hey, there's a Clipper game on today. Let's watch it on TV. It's like, okay, whatever. We were related one time to a Leafs fan. You're not related to him anymore. I know what you meant. I just get a kick out of looking at things in maybe the way it wasn't presented. Oh, it was through marriage. Okay, so that was technically an accurate statement then, wasn't it? So I thought you were going at it that they were a Leafs player and they aren't anymore. Yeah, see, Jordan was also into the Dodgers for a while there too. That's how he met that friend of his, William, that passed away, what, a year and a half ago. Sounds like you're going to turn that into a career, Eric. You can make some good money doing that. Become a producer or a director or something behind the scenes. Oh yeah, I remember a time when we were just driving down the street. I think this is even before he was vlogging. We were just going somewhere one day, and he noticed some uh, sports celebrity. I don't even know who it was on the side of the street. And he said, "Hey, go pull over. I got to meet this guy." And of course, he was a huge Clippers fan because he was into Blake Griffin. I guess was his player, and then I guess he liked Chris Paul too at the end. I think he kind of gave up on the Clippers when Blake got traded. And we used to go to like a, training camp for baseball too, especially the Reds. He was way into it. Well, still is way into the Reds, but we go to spring training when it'd be like in Arizona. We'd just drive all the way to Arizona and go to spring training, and he'd always bring baseballs with him to get people to sign them. I remember that. In fact, it was funny. One of the times we went, I think we went to like a minor league team that was playing up near where I used to live, and I had an old baseball and got a bunch of players that were there to sign it. And I remember I'd have it just sitting on a shelf in my house, and every time Jordan would come over, he'd pick up that ball and look at it, and I eventually just gave it to him because I didn't know who any of those people were, but apparently it meant something to him. So I gave that to him, and that's part of his collection now. Like I said, it wasn't that big of a thing for me. Well, I'd like to think so, but I mean, I knew it meant more to him than it did to me. I mean, I didn't look at it, but every time I'd come over, he'd look at it. So it's like, all right, it's yours. Personally, I think I'm the one that benefits the most from that friendship. No, I don't think, this is a shirt that my parents got me when they went, but I went to the Winchester Mystery House uh, with Jordan a few years ago, and he vlogged it. And I already had the shirt at the time, and I don't think we had reservations to get in. I think you just go. Yeah, yeah, it supposedly is haunted. They say with all the ghosts of people who've died due to Winchester rifles. Jessica has a celebrity friend, huh? That's cool. Have I done anything with the train collection lately? No, not really. Um, like I said, we're getting close to Christmas, and I'll probably end up setting up the train pretty soon. You're watching me on TV today. All right, sweet. Good morning, Gene. Welcome to the live stream. I was actually at Walmart again, and they had those little clay buildings that they were selling, and I think they might be different this year. So maybe this is something they'll have to go get some more of them. I'm gonna have to pull up photos of the ones from last year because I don't want to get more than one of the same thing. But it seemed like it was a different collection this year. Well, we are escapees, right? No, I didn't experience any hauntings at the Winchester. Any no new rocks? No, I haven't been for a while, but I think I'm gonna run down there today. I haven't been there for a while. I don't want them to think that I've given up on them or anything like that. It's just I want to kind of build up a little bit of money because I got my property tax bill coming here pretty soon, and that's going to be a healthy chunk of cash that I'm going to have to come up with. I'm going to have to be a little smarter about it next year and just save a little every month for that. So you have a channel giveaway. What do I give my channel to somebody? Yeah, free vlog channel comes with 1,000 videos and 300 live streams and what 5,000, 5,200 subscribers, whatever it is. Yeah, the property taxes go up every year. It's crazy. I mean, that's the price you pay for having no income tax, state income tax. Oh, you want me to give away the liquor from Halloween? I haven't actually drank any of that. I still have it. Yeah, exactly. Like asking how much is the garage. or maybe you make a Escaping the Mouse Afghan and we'll auction it off for charity. How would that? That'd be cool. Oh, you founded the channel. Okay, I thought I did that. My mistake. Anything new on the wish list? No, I haven't really thought of anything. I mean, there's things I'd like to have. What would be really cool is if I could do like Home Depot gift cards on the wish list. But I looked, and they don't do that, because that would be something to be really cool, and it'd be one of those things that you could decide. Okay, I don't have a lot of money, just maybe $25 or $10 or something like that, but it'd be something that could be done to contribute to like future projects and stuff like that. That would be really fun to do, and I think maybe people would be interested in that. But I guess if you really want to do that, there's the PayPal thing, and if you say, hey, I want this to be used for a Home Depot project or something like that, you can always do that. Yeah, yeah. Rhonda said the same thing. Yeah, yeah. You never really do own a house, but that's fine. The I like being a homeowner again, and the fact that I don't have a mortgage and only have to deal with the property taxes. That's still you know a quarter or a third of what it would have been for a mortgage. The only room in the house that hasn't been painted is the master bathroom, but it hasn't really been a high priority because the color in there isn't as offensive as a lot of the color in this house was. That pink bedroom, it was the guest bedroom, that had to go. And the gray that was in this room, I thought it was depressing. I don't know what it is. The realtors always seem to say, oh, gray makes the house look modern. I think it makes it look like a prison. Because that was the same thing. I had to paint my house gray uh, in California too, and just I didn't get it, but that's what the realtor thought. So I don't know. I've never really tried that, Tracy. Do a house giveaway or a car giveaway. I don't know. I'm kind of attached to my house and car. I learned so much from my home improvement projects. That's cool. Yeah, you also learned to check that you didn't trip the breaker on your GFCI plug. If anything, I was thinking afterwards, I should have said, that's proof positive that these videos aren't scripted. I just start out with a general concept and see where it goes. If I'd scripted that, it's like I never would have done that video because just the breaker tripped. Oh well, that's the way it works. Dinner with Breck tickets start at $2,500. Yeah, I probably won't get a lot of takers on that. I think I'd be hard pressed to get $25 tickets. I'd have to cook and dress up in a tuxedo. Oh, I don't know about that. My mom's been talking about rain coming in on the West Coast, but she keeps saying, "Oh, it's going to come tomorrow. It's going to keep coming tomorrow," and it never comes tomorrow. So I don't know. Let's see what the weather looks like there. I looked at it last night when I was talking to her on the phone. Let's see if we got anything might actually be coming in here. There's that. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I still well, I see something coming in offshore, and it's kind of moving her direction. She might get some rain. She's kind of in the northern end of California, kind of up about here, and you can see there's that something coming in off the ocean. That might make her life interesting in 12 or 24 hours, considering that holds up. We're getting it's cooling off a lot now. I think we're only going to be in the 60s today. Not much chance of rain today. Maybe a little tonight, and they're saying tomorrow we might get some. So I always like it when it rains, but it's nice to have the weather have changed. We're not 100 degrees anymore. Hello, Jessica. How are you doing today? I heard you got a little bump and a bruise. I assume Charlotte and Logan are there too. We've gotten some nice rain in the past few weeks. This past week, I think we got like an inch and a quarter. At least that's what my weather station says. Thank you, Charlotte and Logan. I know my mom appreciates that, and she knows she's glad that you're thinking about her. And I know she'll watch this and see the comment. So thank you very much from her. I know she sends her love. Telescope would be nice, but like I said, I'd feel guilty putting a big ticket item like that on the wish list. Oh, you're one of those, huh, Eric? Getting Christmas ready already? Yeah, I don't think about Christmas until after Thanksgiving. I think I told you uh, last week that I have a neighbor a couple blocks over that had their Christmas lights up a week before Halloween. And he's still here. Rhonda thinks I should put Amazon gift cards on there and apply it to the telescope. I don't know. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? What would you think of a telescope? You probably wouldn't care at all, would you? Yeah, everybody loves Bite. Say hi to your fans. Yeah, you're just bored by this, aren't you? Yeah, I think the little clock on or the little indicator on the computer down here says it's 61 degrees and cloudy. So I guess it's 61 and cloudy. I'll confirm the cloudy part, but like I said, it's nice that it's cooled off. You'd be a gentle cat too if you were 16 and a half years old. He's my buddy though, aren't you? You my buddy? Especially when I have the brush, huh? Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the brush. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So we can see the Mises in space. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how interested he'd be in that. Bob Buttons is almost 20. Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, these guys seem to be pretty healthy. So as soon as you're 18, though, man, you're out of the house. 18, it's time for you to be out on your own. No slackers allowed in this house. At the very least, you got to start paying your rent. Yep. Pay for your food, for your cat litter. I'll be grateful that my viewers will buy you kitty treats. Yep. All right, they're sending you home. All right, good. Tradition in my family was for Thanksgiving, and we'd have, like Thanksgiving, dinner and stuff like that. But, it wasn't uncommon for us to do like lasagna or stuff like that too. So I don't know. I may make my mom's lasagna. I haven't had one of those for a while. I mean, the Christmas decorations were up at Home Depot a couple weeks before Halloween. They had all the Halloween stuff gone, and they put the Christmas stuff up. It was weird. There for about a week, they had them both up. And so one section of the store was Halloween, another section was Christmas. Yeah, I think I finished off all the Instant Pot stuff now. I mean, I still have a little of that soup in the freezer that I haven't eaten yet, but I think everything else is pretty much done. Your brother-in-law doesn't like turkey, so you go with meatloaf or chicken. Meatloaf is good. I love meatloaf. I've done a couple of meatloaf vlogs. Can't go wrong with a meatloaf. Oh, Tracy's checking out. All right, thanks, Tracy. Good to talk to you. See you next time. You had a Pinty's turkey? I don't even know what that is. I was kind of debating whether I was going to get a turkey this year or not. At this point, probably not. It's a little too much of a hassle to make. Silent Screams has done a Christmas version a couple times. I haven't heard anything about them doing it this year. I got to Google Pinty's, huh? Yeah, I don't know if Jordan what Jordan did about music on the video. Maybe he just got tired of it, or decided it was time for a change or something like that. It's a name brand. It was the worst you've ever had, huh? What was wrong with it? Did it just taste funny or something like that? Like I said, I've never heard of it. So, the big ones here are like Butterball and I don't know the rest. When you cook the meat and leave it out, the fat goes gooey. It came out of the oven like that. Huh. Interesting. No one likes gooey fat. Ginny O turkey, huh? And he's back. Yeah, I don't remember what brand of turkey I got that year that I smoked the turkey in the smoker, but it was pretty good. You mean at the Winchester Mystery House? There's a lot of places that go nowhere. Fed it to the cats and dogs, huh? No one got sick, huh? Dogs and cats are generally pretty open to what they'll eat too. They'll eat just about anything. It was haircut night last night at your house. It was haircut night at my place a couple weeks ago. Not because I really needed it, but the time before the guy didn't trim in the front, and so I have really thin hair to begin with, and when the wind blows it and blows it in my face, it bugs me. So I ended up going early to get a haircut this time. Seems to me that there was like a door that opened up onto the second floor, and if you walked out, you'd fall. There was also like a staircase that kind of went nowhere, just kind of went into the ceiling, and then that was it. I don't know what he called it, but it was annoying. Get your haircut yesterday morning. Your head feels chilled since then. Cut off over 8 inches from your own hair, huh? Yeah, I don't ever let it get that long. I tried getting it, letting it grow, once in like the 90s, and it got old after a while. I let it grow a little bit about a year and a half ago, but I don't know. I'm just beyond that, I think, at this point. It's not for me. You have enough hair for 6 people, huh? Thick and curly. All right. You grow out your own colors so you look like an old woman, huh? All right. Well, you got to do what you got to do. I got to kind of go in gray a little bit too. You just like the attention, don't you? I think Jordan's been here a couple times. I don't think I've ever had fat fried turkey. Logan blows kisses to bite. Did you hear that? Logan blew you kisses. Get a fire, a house on fire near you on Thanksgiving is caused by a deep fat turkey. Yeah, I suppose that could happen. Another reason not to do deep fried turkeys, huh? Deep fat frying is really a thing here in the South, and so it's one of those things I'm trying to avoid too much because you know I'm already fat enough as it is. I don't need help. I guess that's supposed to be healthier. Like I said, I get an air fryer myself, except for the fact I don't necessarily have room for it. I got so many kitchen appliances right now. I don't know what to do with them. I'm gonna have to build a rack for all my appliances. I hear a lot of people talk about them and they really like them. I've tried making bread a few times. Haven't had really good luck at it. Haven't made anything that I thought was edible. Another appliance I wouldn't have room for a bread machine. You have all of them, huh? Oh, La Caleros. I did smoked turkey a couple years ago. It turned out all right. Your husband buys it all for you. All right. Yeah, I don't really drink a whole lot of soda, so soda stream machine uh, probably wouldn't get used that much. Use it for club soda. Okay. No, I didn't know that. See, I do like sugar in it. I don't know if I'd want crap in my soda though. I'm just kind of weird that way. Yeah, I heard that Jordan went to Liberace's childhood home. done a couple of lasagna vlogs. I shared my mom's secret lasagna recipe, is not so much a secret anymore. And I think I did another lasagna recipe that was pretty good. Yeah, I get a little concerned about doing, the same recipe over and over again, or the same thing over and over again. Lasagna soup, that sounds interesting. That might be something I might try. No, I don't even, I've done my JFK vlog. I still get people arguing conspiracy theories on that. You want to see something kind of funny? Go to the one where I retrace the Oswald steps from the Texas Book Depository to the theater where he was captured. That's my number one most popular video, and just go read the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments are on there. Basically, any story Jordan tells is well told. That's what makes his vlogs so great. A lot of the other vloggers out there, their individual vlogs are just kind of superficial. You learn something when um, when you watch one of his vlogs. Beef barley soup. That sounds good. Well, somebody's got to know. I expect at some point, somebody's going to get to the point that they know something, and they're going to be like on their deathbed, and they're going to spill their guts, and that's how we're going to find out. Or somebody's got a book that they've written, and it's going to wait until they're dead, and then they'll release it. Yeah, I could do a restaurant vlog. It's been a while. I think the last one I did was that pizza place. What S word is that? Secret Service? Just trying to figure out what brought that comment on. Oh, that word. Okay. I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think that they're gonna do that. I mean, there've been so many vlogs that Jordan's covered, of people who've done that and hasn't gotten him banned. I guess I was thinking another S word, and I was trying to say who said that. I didn't see anybody say that. Yeah, I am going to do that head show in Waco restaurant vlog at some point. Well, I don't think that YouTube will block or ban a video based on a comment of somebody mentioning it or even the discussion of it. I think if you really go into the details, then that's a whole different thing. I mean, there are ones that give YouTube the willies that they don't want to, that they won't let you monetize. And I have one of those videos. That was my video on Jesse Washington and his lynching in Waco, 100 years or 130 years ago. That one was demonetized, and I can't make any money. And you got to be 18 or older to watch that one. That's what I would think ice cream soup is, melted ice cream. Well, I mean, it was discussion of the violence, and there were some kind of graphic pictures in it. You know, I didn't pull any punches. That was a horrible thing that happened, and I wanted to relay how horrible it was. Who hasn't tried Campbell's soup? I haven't had Campbell's soup though in a long time. That's like saying who's tried McDonald's. I do think I eat. I have some of the ready to serve stuff. I don't like the condensed soup where you pour the can in and then a can of water. Make most of your soup from scratch. I've been doing that more too. I get those soup mixes like I got from my mom from that place that I made a couple weeks ago. I like In-N-Out Burger. I haven't really been to one here in Texas, but there are a few of them around. There was one that was like a mile or two from my house in California. I go there periodically. It was always packed in that place. I think there's certain places that are really popular in certain states, and In-N-Out is very popular in California. And in Texas, it's Whataburger. I can't stand Whataburger. Every time I think about Whataburger now, I think of my first experience there. Right after I moved in, I'd heard so much about Whataburger, so I had to try it out. And I went in, and what I got was like this flat, pathetic looking sandwich. It made me think of that scene from Falling Down, where Defense goes into the burger place and orders lunch, and when he gets the burger, it's like this flat thing, and he compares it to the picture on the wall, and it's big and it's thick and it's 3 inches thick, and and all that, and then you get this pathetic looking thing, and that was really my first experience with Whataburger. I got a burger that really looked like that one from Falling Down. Yeah, I like In-N-Out. Their burgers are good. Their fries, the only problem with their fries, you got to eat them like immediately, because the second they cool off, they're not good anymore. What I've really enjoyed burger place wise is these little hole in the wall places. There's a few places around here that I did, that I've tried that did really good burgers. Double R Burger was a good one. The Twisted Root Burger Company was a good one. There's a couple others that I went to that I thought never tried animal fries. That's animal style, right? Yeah, I've never heard of Mr. Burger. Harvey's Burgers, huh? Never heard of that either. That was a great one too. I don't remember what that one was called, but the one that Elvis ate at, Thousand Island dressing. Okay, I don't know. That might be good. That might not be. I mean, what is Thousand Island really? But it's almost like pickle relish and some creamy dressing of some sort. I don't know. Kind of recipe for the Big Mac sauce. Isn't the Big Mac sauce Thousand Island dressing? Yeah, I agree with you, John. The little hole in the wall places that are one-offs. They got to do good burgers. They're not just because that's the only way they're going to survive. I always thought it was Thousand Island. Gene's saying it's ketchup, mayo, and pickle relish. Okay, so it's three things you might find on a hamburger anyway. They just mix it together and call it a special sauce, huh? No ketchup in it all. The Kahuna Burger, is that the one from Pulp Fiction? Oh, that was a big Kahuna Burger. Culver's Burgers, huh? Chef Boyardee. Royale with cheese. That's right. That's such a great dialogue between Jules and Vincent in that movie. Check out the big brain on Brad. Culver's has good fish fillets, but they cost about. Well, I mean, good stuff does cost. You got to spend money on that. See, that's what I love about Quentin Tarantino movies. Is the dialogue is so great. I think of that dialogue at the beginning of Reservoir Dogs when they're all sitting in the restaurant talking about Madonna and tipping. I don't tip. I don't believe in it. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's just gotten to the point where everyone expects it. I mean, we have a company that comes in and runs a little grill at work, and when you have to go order it at the counter and then pick it up yourself and deliver it to the table, and they still ask you for a tip. It's like, what? Why? What have you done to earn a tip? You're getting paid to be here. You're being subsidized by the company because they're giving you the equipment that you need to do it. All you need to do is bring in the food and prepare it. Tip them the finger. Yeah, got to express yourself. A big mouth. You do that very well. I can do that very well, but I have to learn to be diplomatic sometimes. Yeah, there have been a few vlogs that have been really good for restaurants. Remember last time Jordan was here, he asked for wanted to go out and wanted recommendations on places to go out for, and we went to the Twisted Root Burger place, and I vlogged that once, and that was pretty good. And we went to Hellberg's Barbecue. He said he wanted barbecue, and I said, okay, well, we got to go to Hellberg's. That's like one of the best barbecue joints in Texas, at least according to the experts. I don't go to restaurants a whole lot, but there are a few places that have been pretty good. Downtown, there was a place called 900 Degrees Pizza that I went probably in my first 6 months in this place, and unfortunately, they closed down. But that was a good pizza. That pizza place I went to a few months ago, that was good too. What was that called? Let's look in the map here. I forgot what it was called. Let's see, where was it? Slow Rise Slice House. Yeah, that place was really good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that pizza for several days after. There was a burger place downtown that I wasn't impressed with. What was that called? I don't know. It was one that is supposedly really popular, but I wasn't really into it. There was also a sandwich place that's kind of a ripoff of um, Schlotzsky's, if you know Schlotzsky's, called Schmaltz's. And I gave them two chances, and I didn't like it either time. What was the place? It was on Austin. Oops. Austin is like, yeah, it was Jake's Texas Tea House. I went there once and just was not impressed with that place. Like I said, I went to Schmaltz's. I wasn't impressed with them. There was also a Mexican restaurant that I went that was really near where my apartment was. And the first time I went there, I wasn't impressed with it. But so many people raved about it that I decided to go again. And I went again, and it still wasn't. And I told them at the time, I came here before. I wasn't really impressed, but so many people talk about this place. And I asked, so what do you recommend? What is your specialty? And I tried their specialty, still wasn't really impressed with it. So yeah, there have been places that are okay and places that are not so okay. But unfortunately, there's a lot more really good places than not so good places. Yeah, that's been my experience with Whataburger too. Never really was that impressed with it. In fact, it was funny. One of the times Jordan was here, he wanted a Whataburger, or actually a couple times, and he took me, and it's nothing special. And there's like a drive-in place called Sonics that I've never even tried. It doesn't really look that appealing to me. I don't eat out a whole lot, really. I prefer to cook my own stuff. I know what I'm getting, and I know I can prepare it exactly as I want it. There've been a few Mexican places I like. Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen was a place I've been that was really good. Yeah, I haven't even really been interested in trying Sonics. There's a few of them around here, but I don't know. I think I largely tend to gravitate away from fast food, and I kind of look at Sonics as a fast food place. What I miss is there's no Carl's Jr. in this area. I think it's Hardee's outside of California, but uh, their burgers are really good. I love their Western bacon cheeseburger. Like Italian food too. Haven't been to a whole bunch of Italian places. So, in fact, I think the only place I've been that could no, actually, there was an Italian restaurant, Portofino's. I went there downtown Waco a few years ago. They were pretty good. But beyond that, I think the only Italian place that it was a fast food place that I went about a year and a half ago called Fazoli's. And that was pretty good too, for fast food. I think I want to try that Dave's hot chicken again. No, I just went with the hot chicken, but they have like a radioactive hot. They're I think El Scorcho or something like that. And I want to see what that's like. He says you got to slow down on cooking and baking because I'm making him fat. Yeah, yeah, it's your cooking and baking that's making him fat. It's not the fact that he's eating it. Yeah, we lost Gene to church again. That always seems to happen right about this time. Says he's too good to pass up. I don't know. I think that says more about him. Gotta have a little willpower sometimes. You're a great cook. Yeah, I do pretty well too. I think I'm a decent cook. You tooting your own horn? Is that it? Or do you just have gas? Probably both. Okay, there we go. Now, usually when I cook, it's just for the meal for the night. Sometimes, if I'm putting something on the grill, chicken or pork chop or something like that, I'll cook two of them and have one for breakfast the next morning or something like that. But generally, with the exception of like for vlogs where, I'll make a large batch of something and feed on it for a week or two or a month or whatever. A lot of times I, mix stuff and then throw it in the freezer. See, I don't usually even eat dinner on work nights. I have lunch and then that's usually it. Stir fry is okay. I've never been a huge fan. Jordan was more of a fan. I know when I'd go to his place, we'd go to a stir fry place that he really liked. But I don't know. I can eat it. It isn't something I hate. It wasn't. It was never really my favorite thing. Yeah, $4. Food is a lot. Everything is so much more expensive these days. I was actually talking to my mom about that. For me, it hasn't really hurt me that much because while everything is more expensive, I've done really well at work, and my wages have gone up faster than inflation has. So it hasn't hit me as hard as it's hit a lot of people. But $6.59 for 4 apples. That's a lot. In the wrong business here. Yeah, gas prices are crazy too. It's $1 a gallon higher than it was just a couple years ago. I mean, we're coming up on election time now, so I expect the prices are going to go down a little bit. They don't want people thinking about that when they go to the ballot box. Yeah, I'm not really into the wax they put on apples either. I made a batch of salsa too. There's some sort of oily substance they put on the tomatoes that I had to rinse off before I could even use them. I did make a big batch of salsa last weekend, so got to put it into the individual jars today and get it in the freezer. They say let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. Well, it's been in the refrigerator now for about a week, so it should be pretty good. Oh, there we go. My mom said she might call in, so here we go. Hello, you're on the air.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Oh my gosh, I'm just peeing.
Oh, that's exactly what we wanted to talk about. How much my mom
I know.
pees.
Yeah, I bet you that's just what happened. But they're gonna move me over to rehab, I guess, today.
Okay.
And I think, oh, that's gonna be really fun. But that LASIK. Well, anybody that has any medical knowledge will know that.
Well, every time you say it, I think of LASIK like the eye surgery, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, no, this is LASIK.
LASIK, okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's miserable stuff.
So give everyone an update on what's going on.
Well, I'm going all over to rehab today, and then doctor said if I have too much of this runny stuff that they'll just won't start PT over there.
Okay.
So because it just runs out like a fountain.
Oh man, I didn't know this conversation was going to go this direction.
I know. So what do you want to talk
about? Anything but pee.
Anything but pee. So I had a good breakfast this morning.
Okay, well that's sort of an interesting thing when you're in the hospital. You know, you don't usually have good meals there. Did I lose you? You have to bear with her. She's not very good with the technology, and occasionally I lose her. Oh, we lost her. I'll hang up and she'll call back probably. We'll see. That's weird. Yeah, I know that happens to me a lot when I'm talking to her on the phone. She'll press a button inadvertently and hang up. So we'll see if she calls back. Yeah, well, she went through major surgery about a week ago, so she's going to be a little bit weak. But she sounds better now than she did even last night when I talked to her. So Logan says that Nana can talk about anything. Okay. Well, she's old enough to have a kid old enough not to know not to answer that question. She's older than I am. Let's just put it that way. There we go. You hung up on us.
I know I did, and I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
It is what it is. So what are you guys talking about today?
Well, Logan is saying that you can talk about whatever you want.
Oh,
even if it's pee.
Thank you, Logan.
All right. So anyway, yeah, let us know what your kind of give us the background of what happened here. I mean, I know you've had surgery again. Do they have any idea what's causing this, or did we lose you again? I'm not. Just for the record, I'm not even touching the phone, so we lost her again, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, she's not that good with technology, and so technology tends to be her enemy. Yeah, That's, I think, sort of what they think it is, that she has scar tissue and that that's causing blockages or something. It could be that too, Rhonda, that the hospital reception uh, isn't that good. Although she's in the same place she was last night when I talked to her, and we didn't drop the call a whole bunch of times. I don't think we lost the call at all. More than likely, it's just that she accidentally pushes a button uh, and that drops the call. No, Jello doesn't have a whole lot of. She said she was eating, but I don't know if that means she's just eating Jello or actually back on solid foods again. I know they've been feeding her through an IV. And that's kind of giving her the nutrition she needs. Yeah, I remember you're not a fan of Jello. My mom loves it though. Always been a Jello fan. Yeah, well, I mean, some people don't like the texture of it. I don't have a problem with it. Jello is fine to me, but I get it that some people just are not into that. You don't like orange or grape pop either, huh? They aren't really my go-to for sodas. I'm more of kind of a Sprite person these days. Sprite, Seven Up, something to that effect. I don't remember ever going to a McDonald's saying, "Yeah, I want an orange soda." It's like, Rhonda likes ginger ale. Okay, Canada Dry. Of course, Canada Dry. Couldn't be anything else for you, Rhonda. That'd be almost sacrilegious if you have something other than Canada Dry. Yeah, I had a tab. I've had tab before. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of the last time I had a tab. Don't like cherry Coke. Nope, not a fan. It's too sweet. Same reason I don't like Dr. Pepper and root beer, and I don't even really drink colas anymore, Coke or Pepsi. I can, but it's like it doesn't. I don't think it tastes as good as I used to remember it. I dropped caffeine about 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, I know. Whenever somebody mentions tab, I do think of Marty McFly and Back to the Future. I'll have a tab. But you can't have a tab until you order something. Ah, you're not missing too much, Rhonda. No, I don't like any of the diet stuff. Okay, let's try this again. All right, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if I don't know that the thing that I know is that there's adhesions or scar tissue on the large intestine,
Yeah.
and they go in and they take out those. She took out about 3 feet of the large intestine.
Okay.
But it's not gonna involve the the poop or pee or anything. It just it kind of just it's all sewed up, and so it just so anyway, that's what's going on, and that's about all that I know. I've had no pain.
Okay, well that's good.
And it's healing well.
So the question's been: are you back on solid foods, or is it still just Jello?
Yeah, no, I'm on solid food.
Okay, that's good. So you said you had a good meal the other day. What did you have? Or today? What did you have?
Well, last night it was terrible because it was fried chicken, but it was way too salty and way too dry.
Huh. Yeah, you think they'd be a little bit more aware of it, at least especially the salty end of things.
Yeah. No, this was it was rice and there was some overcooked carrots.
Yeah.
So I didn't eat that, but I did eat some salad and some fruit.
Okay, well, it's kind of hard to screw that up.
Yeah, it is. And then this morning I had oatmeal and some strawberries and some stuff. So
okay, well, you've always sort of been an oatmeal fan, so
yeah, no, that was good. They had sausage and scrambled egg too, but that didn't look right. So I didn't have, and I just had so yeah. As long as I have oatmeal, I'm good.
Yeah. So, well, and it's probably good to start out slow with something easy on your stomach. Yeah, everyone's commenting fried food after you had stomach surgery.
I know it. Yeah, see, it's just.
Darth says ask for some lasagna. And it's like, yeah, that's probably not the best thing either.
No. Well, and they had bacon. This is a meal for the whole hospital.
Yeah, but you'd think that they'd consider, what you've just been through.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yesterday it was bacon and a McMuffin. And the bacon looked really good, and it was really good. But I thought, I'm not going to overdo it on this. Boy.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you got to start easy. Go easy on yourself for a while.
Yeah. That's so. What's everybody doing today?
Oh, we're just having our usual talk here. The second time your call dropped, we started talking about different types of sodas we like. And so we were going through that, and I told how about 6 or 7 years ago I just dropped caffeine altogether, and so I used to drink a lot of Coke and Pepsi. I don't even like that anymore.
No, I don't eat. I just drink water basically.
Yeah, well, I still like sodas, but I go with like Sprite or 7-Up or Sierra Mist or something like that, something without caffeine in it. When I drink a Coke or a Pepsi these days, it's too heavy, and I never was a fan of like Dr. Pepper or root beer or some of that stuff. And somebody was mentioning like cherry Coke, and I can't stand that.
Okay, yeah. Well, everybody to his own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just people eat what they eat, and that's the way. Your dad, you couldn't get him off of Diet Pepsi.
Yeah. But like I said, that's what he liked, and like I said, I used to, I never was a fan of like diet stuff, but
no, that stuff is terrible.
It tastes horrible. I'd rather have the sugar and get fat than consume some carcinogenic chemical.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And like I said, when I discovered, when I realized that caffeine didn't really work for me anyway, I just said, so why am I drinking it? I don't get the boost that everyone says they get, the boost of energy. I don't get that. It does the opposite. It makes me sleepy.
Yeah.
And so, I just said, and it isn't particularly good for you. And so I just cold turkey just said, I stop drinking it and started, I love a soda. But I've never been a coffee drinker, as you know, and just I don't just don't want that anymore. So
So, I just drink water.
yeah.
That's the best voice anyway. Except right now, it's like, yay.
Uh,
I don't need any more water, but
well, I still love my grapefruit juice, and that's still a big thing.
yeah. And there may come to a time where if you have any kind of medication, a lot of the medical medications don't agree with grapefruit. I don't know what the deal is, but
Yeah. Well, then
but that,
we'll have to go without the medication then, because I ain't giving up grapefruit juice.
I know. No.
So Gene wants to know if you're going back to the same rehab place as before, and how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Same place?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
The only thing is the physical therapist that I really liked has left.
Oh.
He's at a different place. So, but there's another one. There's several others that are really good, so it'll be all right. But Harry's gone, so
Okay.
but anyway, that's the way it is.
So how long do you think they're going to stay there?
Oh, I have no idea.
Haven't discussed that yet, huh?
No, haven't.
I guess that's going to be a wait and see how you heal thing, huh?
Probably. Yeah. Even my strength is like, because my legs right now sure aren't much of anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, and it may be that every time I have these things, it's gonna take longer.
Yeah, it could be.
It just does. So.
Yeah. Gene says he can't beat a good physical therapist. So.
Huh?
Gene says you can't beat a good physical therapist.
No, you can't. No, and Harry was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of really good ones out in Southern California too, but
yeah,
they won't come up here. So
not just for you, huh?
That's for sure. That's for sure. No, I'm gonna let you get back to what's everybody doing today?
I don't know. Anyone got any comments on what you're doing? Rhonda said Jessica's with them today, and I guess she has physical therapy weekly.
Yeah.
And Gina's saying physical therapy is more difficult with a stomach incision. I guess I can believe that.
Oh yes, it is. It is definitely.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I've had leg and stuff like that, but this, I've been up moving around a little bit, so I'll be okay.
Okay. Jean looks like she's sorting her closet for winter. I guess that makes sense. You got to put all the summer stuff in the back and all the winter stuff in the front.
But what happens? That's about what happens.
Rhonda's making cookies.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you guys get on your own because they're gonna get me in here to move, I suppose, in a little bit. So.
Well, it's amazing. We've been on for like 10 minutes and nobody's come in and distracted you. That's like first. We were talking about that last night. That the wait staff at restaurants and nurses at hospitals seem to go to the same class where they teach you how to interrupt at the worst possible time.
Oh gosh. Well, at night it's like they give me so much medication at night. It's like, can't you guys do this in the daytime?
Yeah, right. So Doris says, happy Thanksgiving. Rhonda says, hugs and kisses, Nana. And Jean says, take care. We're thanking you and wishing you the best. Keeping you in her prayers too, I hope, right?
And I'm sure that's what's happening too.
Yeah. Well, everybody, like I said, get a chance, watch the videos that I've produced about this in the last few days and read the comments because that really, really shows what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have Brenda bring over the iPad today because I don't have the iPad.
Okay. And then you can watch the live stream too, because that'll be up by the time that happens. Rhonda says, we love you and hope to see you soon. John says, get well, Carolyn. And Janine gave me a bunch of praying hand emojis.
Oh,
so
thank you. Yeah, well, that's good. It's always fun to know that people are there for you.
Yeah.
And
you got a lot of people pulling for you, so just focus on getting better, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's about what we'll do. I'll try and check next week too. when I see how things are going.
Okay, and Rhonda just said she's gonna have me send you a copy of the Christmas card from the girls, so you'll have that coming some point too.
Oh, thank you.
Jean says 2024 will be a better year. I hope so.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the hospital, and
Yeah, that's no fun. That's a drag.
yeah, so hopefully now I've done both the large and small intestines, so maybe it'll be all right now.
Not gonna have anything else to get stuck on.
I hope not. I don't want to have any more.
Yeah.
All right, well, I will let you go, and thanks everybody for their prayers and thoughts.
All right, good talking to you. Thanks for calling in.
And you too for your thanks. I may not get a chance to call you this afternoon, so
Okay.
we'll have to always for this.
Okay, well, we talked a bit last night. We talked a bit now, so maybe we got it all. We've said everything needs to be said anyway, so.
I just need to have you give me some Christmas ideas.
Yeah, I like I said last night, I'm horrible at that.
I know you are. All right, take care.
All right, thanks for calling.
No,
Bye.
I love you. I love the rest of you guys too.
We love you too.
Bye.
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 Okay, there we go. She kind of said, I talked to her last night and invited her to call in. She says I might do that, so. I'm glad that she got a chance to do that. It's been a rough week for her. So, it's nice for you to be able to, kind of hear from her how she's doing. It's better than hearing from me, right? She misses you too, Charlotte. But yeah, the fact that she's going back to the rehab place, that's good. That's a step up or a step down, depending on what the food situation is. Yeah, it's been an odd year this year, odd couple of years. Hard to believe it's been almost 4 years now since we lost my dad. That seems like a long time ago. Yeah, we're coming close to the end. So thanks for stopping in, Rhonda. Good talking to you, Charlotte. Good talking to you, Logan. Thanks for stopping in, Jessica. It was fun seeing you too or hearing from you. And we'll go from there. Time flies. I know. Well, and for me, I'm always going to connect the passing of my father with the start of my job because it literally was one day apart. My dad died on March 1st, and I started the job on March 2nd. So those two things are always connected together. I am happy, however, that my dad knew before he passed that I had gotten the job, and I know he was happy for me and was proud of me and all that. It had been a long trek getting to there, but it all got us where we are now. So it's November now, yeah. No, it definitely isn't like the movies. It isn't all wrapped up in 2 hours and everyone lives happily ever after and the credits roll and that's the end of it. No. Time is like a box of chocolates. Oh no, not the Forrest Gump quotes. I don't know. I'm thinking about my options. My mom kind of put a little pressure on me a couple nights ago when I talked to her to come and visit. She'd like me to come for Thanksgiving or Christmas. think that's pretty much out of the question, but I'm thinking maybe I may just take a couple days off in early December and fly to California to see her. It's not gonna really matter that much whether it's over Christmas or not because she's still going to be in rehab and all that. So I don't know. I may end up doing that. We're gonna see. I think I can arrange to maybe just get one of my 3 day weeks off, and I do that. Then I get 10 straight days off because I get the weekend before and after that. Well, I don't really want to travel over the holidays anyway because it's just too much of a pain because everybody and their brother is going to be in the airport and all that. It seems a lot easier to do it like between the two holidays and just go spend a few days there and like I said, it's going to be the same for my mom because she's probably at this point going to be in the hospital for Christmas and so if I go visit her and go visit her maybe in the first or second week of December, it will be easier, I think. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I was looking at the calendar at work. The boss generally doesn't like to have any more than two people gone at a time from the department. And I was looking in like those 3 or 4 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas, nobody is scheduled to have days off. And the truth is, the boss kind of owes me a day anyway because I was supposed to take the day after Halloween off to tear down Halloween, and I ended up going into work that day anyway. So yeah, I think he kind of feels he owes me one. So I would bet you I could probably work that out. So I don't know. That's sort of something that's on the fringes of the thinking right now that I may go visit California for a few days in a couple weeks. We'll see. Whatever the case, I'll take you along. Well, I mean, this year it's not going to really make that big of a difference anyway because Christmas and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve are already on my days off, and so it's not going to affect me anyway. I'll get paid for those days even though I don't work, but that's just the way it works. I don't think I'll have to pressure him very hard. I think he'll agree to that pretty easily. Well, I mean, he already appreciates me so much for what I'm doing there and how much I've learned and picked up the pieces, with openings that have come up and stuff like that, And the truth is, I haven't taken one sick day or one vacation day this year. We're already in the middle of November, so I was going through things with him when I was talking about taking a vacation day. The day after Halloween. And he says, okay, so you want to apply this to your vacation time or to your sick time? I said, I still have sick time. And he said, yeah, yeah, you do. So yeah. Oh, not this guy though, Darth. This guy worships me. So yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. He won't forget. That's part of why I like this job is because I consider the boss a friend. I can't say that's been the case very many times in my life. I think my bosses at DMI were friends. I think my boss at Warner Brothers was a friend. Beyond that, they were pretty much colleagues. So anyway, we've hit the 2 hour mark. We got my mom in and out of here. So I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I think I'm going to run over to the rock store and see if they got anything cool to check out. And then I'm going to come back and do a vlog and figure out what that's going to be. I think I got an idea what it's going to be, and we'll go with that. So anyway, thanks everyone for coming in. I had a good time today. I'll see you next week. Good night.